Does having a monster center angle affect the way we play? It's personal preference. Unless you're going for full posture, like in terms of like what's the best posture, it's pretty much preference.
Plays everything. Yeah, I mean the Victor Jet was kind of nice when he was on back in like the Breeze days.
Victor Jet over Artis, damn.
Then, but they were trying to figure
Artis
out how
is
to
getting
play
wrecked in this
effectively.
team.
Switch Victor to Jet, it was unorthodox, but then he was nasty on it.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting to see him on that role. For the side of Sentinels,
that's not the Artis I know. Oh my god, NA changed this guy.
A good comp for them in the past. And for NRG, they've only had a week to prep this one.
Yeah, I would hope that this is going to be heading in the right direction. I do like this idea, though, of getting Victor on the Jet. That's worked for them before.
All right, well, we've got the maps, we got the agents, now we just need the casters. Let's send it over to Doug and Paula.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy. Yeah, the crowd's fired up. Paula is too. Let's not tell him that the sign's upside down.
It's not upside down.
Well, you're right, actually. The sign's not upside down. His handwriting just was. Let's talk comps. Right off the bat, NRG already making a change. Thoughts on that? Valorant.
Thoughts on that? I mean, Victor back to Jet is ridiculous. That's such a complete out of left field thing. Artis is on this team.
Yeah.
What is he for if not to play the Jets?
Well, and I think it's interesting
Yeah,
too,
man.
two changes here.
Dude, I would love to have been around for that conversation with it. It's just the whole team and they're like, okay, I've worked out what we need. We need Jet back. And Artis is like, yes, finally.
Yeah, I
finally.
The first thought
I get it. You will come to your senses. You're right. We do need Jet.
Was very comfortable.
Let's go. Victor.
So
That's all you. Okay, Sentinels on defense, NRG on attack.
Oddly enough, as soon as you say that, he takes some spray, but it's actually
we say his name, he just pops out one. Okay, nicely done from Artis.
Playing for the team at Lock-In. This Killjoy, he is so flexible, so comfortable to go for these picks that the team requires.
That's so Killjoy.
And it's interesting that we're going straight up against Sentinels here in the second week because Sentinels is led towards comfortability where NRG is asking their players to be uncomfortable.
NRG.
Oh, that was nice from Victor though. This is a nice decision to go like this.
I mean, the defenses of Sentinels have essentially crumbled here on the site, and Def may be trying to make a swing back at things. But
okay, nicely done from NRG. Good stop from them.
Yeah.
That Trailblazer from Finesse instantly not only gets them the space, they get past and up their wall where there's a little pocket, by the way, that they can walk into the site with.
It's also nice from NRG to change their comp up on this one. The Sentinels obviously must have looked at their Lotus, felt like, yep, this is the one that we're going to exploit, had a lot of demos to go off of, and they kind of just wasted all their time because they changed up the comp. So that's always a nice feeling, and always a horrendous feeling when you're the coach and everyone involved.
Timer's not moving.
Yeah, probably a tech pause here right off rip. All good.
All good. Hopefully it won't be long. As soon as we find out what it is, we'll keep going.
Of course.
And I think as well, when you're looking at the comp changes, this is not only very new, but you're still dealing with some of the changes that we've seen from this team in the past. Finesse recently picking up the Sky for this comp.
Of course, dude, the kills don't add up in that
so
stuff.
it's very, very important to keep eyes on all of these players, how they're actually using their utility. Is there going to be any flubs, or have they really practiced to become proficient? Very proficient at this role as well.
Makes the attack siding apart from he's a hard side to hold and fast rotates right in terms of this. It's very fast against sight, so a lot of times you can beat the... Sometimes it's faster for you to rotate like this than it is to do this. Right, that's huge.
And then the other thing on the other side, Sentinels with this Harbor Viper.
Okay, in terms of how they're approaching this one, Artis is stacking some ults. We've got 2 rifles, and they're just buying to make sure they don't lose.
Very good at actually handling defaults and retaking map control, just like you see right now. But just classics, they're gonna go for orbs instead. And I like this later in the round rather than
okay. Gets a freebie on that one. Def is yeah, on his way. On his way to get ult.
You mentioned that orb they just got mid. They also grabbed the orb on A for Def, and you can tell it was very much part of the plan. They pushed down A main initially, grabbed that orb, and then used a harbor utility to get another one B.
So while both teams struggled for
the one pass and fake is working pretty well. We've got the wall. We've opened up the door. The 5-person rotates happened. It is an eco, so sometimes you got to take a gamble.
Not quite in the right position here. And while we did lose
we'll just see if they decide to actually go for it or not. You're telling me if Ye was on NRG they would be playing Victor Jet. I mean, no.
Break angles up.
That's kind of my look on it as well. It's like
NRG getting the spike down. There should not be any challenge, at least for a little while. As you were saying, Sentinel's really just on the opposite side of the map, now starting to rotate over.
And Def is 3 orbs off, so look to funnel him potentially a kill. And look for him to die to the players of NRG. But for NRG, they're trying to funnel orbs to, I believe it should be Crashes here or Artis. But neither of them actually taking frontal fights right now.
Ice paper hands, that's what I mean.
Big flank.
Like fast passing to use Jet and officials.
What the Sentinels players want to do is die to spike without
let him on Jet.
Except for Def maybe. But they're coming in from the backside. They might even find all the kills. And Finesse is committing to the site for it too.
Sentinel's still managing to die 3 to the spike.
Artis was the one at the beginning of the game where everyone said that Jet was the worst agent in the game. Artis was like, it's the best. From like day one, he was like, it's by far the best. He was very early with it.
And both of these teams
very adamant, very early with it.
Meta in full effect.
And literally everyone, chat, you go back to when the game was when the game first came out, the first month everyone did like
scrimming with just
everyone did the tier boards, everyone put Jet in D tier. Everyone thought Jet was awful. It was madness. I just remember everything being Jet, and then we played Jet, and it was like, man, people are crazy. Jet's insane.
Not really going forward.
Raze had 2 nades, yeah, the double duel was the one. Had a Sage in there as well. Oh my
hard punished, both in A main and C.
The game was kind of nice before Astra
they
came
just
in.
got destroyed at that aspect of the game.
I didn't like the Astra meta much.
Good attempt there from Crashes. Second looking for a jump spot, looking for information, looking to spot Crashes, but Crashes has his crosshair pointed on him, but Tens is very advanced here. Here comes the Trailblazer.
Let's see
so good.
How
that flash.
Every time they get a stun.
Tens should be able to get away.
That is impressive from
yeah, that is impressive. There was just no shots here though. And honestly, they might read into that because if there were numbers here, you feel like they would have heavy shot this one. So they might, with that just information off this, just kind of gamble over towards C or B more.
NRG looking like they want to end C. The one exception.
Yeah, that one felt like it was maybe too obvious.
And he did just get hit by that flash. Do they draw rotates over? Yeah, take a look at Def. He's creeping back towards A. Now they know that the hit's on C, and it may be okay because Sentinels are holding them back.
Yeah, they made this one too obvious, for sure.
And they didn't even get in 20 seconds, yeah. They're going to pivot to B. They're definitely making an attempt at this. It's Def to respond. 12 seconds.
Honestly, if someone gets this kill.
Artis close by, and he's the first to fall, yeah.
Oh, that's clean. What do we got? 1, 2, 3 armor rebuys, that's it? That's very nice.
And NRG, they're getting a wake-up call about what's waiting for them on the C site. It's the Brazilian duo.
Yeah, they're gonna... Chat right now is just writing, why enough of it? Why is there 3 people on C, yeah?
Over here on that C site, there's 2 mollies there.
Like armor buy for Sentinels, yeah, they're the...
timing, but Victor tried to avoid all of that by going
they're
dry,
in for
but
the
the
light
turret
armor.
Received him. So if he can maybe put it in his mind to try to break that turret early, that's more of an option later on in the round, but there definitely wasn't.
Okay, in terms of this one, let's circle everyone who can't buy.
This position all the way up in B. They
in theory, these 2, but we also see light armor as well, so looking like both teams are light armor builds.
So same effect over by Mound, but it allows Tens to get into this position very safely. So Second and Tens, the double duelist duo of this team. And NRG's been pivoting. There for the first time you see a Trailblazer that doesn't get a stun for Finesse.
Both lanes.
And it's left Def on an island.
He does have Reckoning, and he is playing pretty far back.
So ideally to be playing retake.
That's a good amount of info with this one. We're going to have to see a retake of A.
On the minimap with the 50 seconds left.
And it's going to be interesting. They do have Def's ult though, and they wanted to get this out pretty early, so... Oh, they used the ult before?
Very early.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
This is very early ult.
The chaos? Sam dancing around the smoke is concealing so much, and Tens dropped right into his lap. NRG able to get 2. You still have Def close by. Playing and drop. Position now revealed. They've got them trapped. They've got them trapped to the side, and NRG may be perfectly okay with that.
Spammable with 15 seconds.
You just have no idea that that's where the plan is. Now he knows. Saucy's still patient.
Portuguese mode activated.
It's just them two in this 2v5. That would be outrageous.
Okay.
Now Saucy's left by himself.
The A retake did not go as planned. The A retake did not go as planned. They tried to go heavy out of heaven here. Flash went a little bit to the corner. The smoke was going over. This was the main passing. This is a very nice pause. Again, this is a strong pause. And a lot of times in like post plants, you're going to talk and highlight like at least 2 or 3 of that the main poses that you want to be. This for me on this map is one of them, right? This little box here, it's so strong. So yeah, Flash got these, but it didn't get some.
Completely dodged it because it wasn't low enough. That smoke was obscuring one whole side of that Flash.
Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, NRG just look so much better right now. It's the second flawless round they've put together. They find themselves
nice.
2 rounds.
Light armor means they can buy again.
Better than last week
and potentially
that's for sure.
Be able to buy next, but we'll see.
It's the opening moment to this
2-4
map,
on top of this.
Ten's got the op now. I was looking to see if we could get that up early.
Oh my.
Spam.
That's huge. Also breaks the molly too.
Yeah, that's kind of good as well. So I like how, first of all, I like how NRG are approaching this, just trying to make sure they can break all the util here. But
and there it is. They're popping another one to break it down.
Molly still goes down, they do break it, and they dash in on top of it.
So
Damn, this
far
one's
up,
crazy.
and he's separated right now. The cascade from Harbor's keeping him at a distance.
They cleared the site, but they're not on yet. They're going to use a lockdown?
They still have players up in Heaven too. They still have players in Link. You got Victor on the site, but where do you go from
and they have a lot of map control. Does he want to try and get more control?
He's got to scale up. He's got to take some of his space away. It's exactly what Victor's doing. The spike planted, Def waiting on the other side. And Saucy close by. They have no idea where Victor was.
Good movement.
Managing to stay alive for now.
Oh my, nice shot.
Ultimately falling. Ten still has that op, and he's finally shot up into the scene. Sam not able to hit the transfer. Ten does hit the shot, but Finesse just waits patiently.
Yeah, nicely done. I thought the ult was great, to be honest. I actually think Victor did really, really well. Like, really well.
Victor clearing the site. Yeah. But while he was doing that, he lost control of Waterfall. He lost control of Heaven, even though he did spot those positions out. They don't want to walk into the spam. So they use the lockdown. Secure. A lot more space, which, by the way,
it was a very good round by them.
Because of it. And it's just not clean on that reclear.
Much better attack from NRG. Even their attack looked okay last time, because they got onto B site all the time, remember? They got literally onto B site so many rounds, but it was just Lev had like the best retake of B we've ever seen. But at least I've ever seen. So, yeah, they could. Their B hits were actually pretty good. In terms of the amount of times they got the spike down, it was pretty good.
So far
the defense,
in this game, we look to be achieving a sense of normalcy in what we expected from the North American teams. As the score 4-1. This is what I think people were expecting from NRG, were expecting from Sentinels, giving a little bit more time to Sentinels. But that win over 100 Thieves last week and that loss from NRG subverted all the expectations. Put NA in a sense of flux. Are they even going to make it to Tokyo? And then the further question, which of the NA teams are going to miss out on playoffs? Because that's the situation as it stands. We don't really know anymore. There was expectations, but at this point it's all fluxed up.
Three-round lead here for NRG. They've got Blades. They have the Omen ult too. And it's a light buyout for Sentinels.
Yeah, they forced them down.
First attempt at a fast A control here from NRG.
I can't be bothered with that.
And it works out. This is what we're missing against Libya.
Couldn't even be bothered to read it.
Challenges from that team.
I said chat was way too long. I read the first line. I was like,
on the side of Tens right now, all up by himself at Mound.
Not much to him either, just the Sheriff. But he's still holding out space for the time being. The only person close enough to really challenge his Crashy is
good chance for NRG
to. I wonder if he's expecting a little bit of push towards mid.
Stack a lot of money
from Zek, and either way, the door hit once again. A.
Just looking for picks through that. Give some dynamic timings on that door, where you can clear the space and potentially hold it.
They are going to funnel through. Tree taken.
That's 4 door taps at this point.
Yeah. So many mines.
Okay, let's see what the A retake's like with Westcon.
Too, and the spam out deals some serious damage early on.
This like overhanging smoke's pretty nice that they're doing.
But look at Tens. He had not moved.
Wait, this actually gives them a chance to.
Stays?
Oh.
He's done.
Oh, okay, wow.
Oh my goodness.
I was gonna say this gives them a chance to get a gun, but they didn't hear it at all.
Played.
Too far away in this one land sound.
As we see this round likely closing out here very soon, Sam's going to continue to hunt for a couple of these frags. We'll see if he's able to clean them up. Def spots him. They know where the pressure's coming from. Really no challenge, though, for the Vandal. Yeah, it's interesting, Ball. I think back to the last time we saw NRG on Lotus and how lost they looked, right? Like, they got obliterated. It seemed like they had no real plan. They didn't know what they wanted to do.
It's good damage.
This is getting a little bit closer than they would like.
Yeah,
But
I feel like they actually did the right damage. Yeah, not too bad, though.
I even just think about
Both teams will be fine with this.
2
rebuys, 1 armor rebuy.
They're hitting the level that we're used to seeing out of them as far as the big picture of how they want to approach the map.
Yeah, he has a lot of money.
That situation is exactly where they needed to find a little bit more creativity. Because they were getting on the sites. It was just
in terms of
rolling them on those retakes.
Sentinels, they get the AWP out. We got a lot of ults for them.
I remember NRG not winning a single post plan in that game.
Looking like, and again, it looks like NRG kind of looked at their stuff and just felt like it was fine. They just lost after
because they were not only
so I wonder how many times they leaned over
allowing them to
towards
take
B
the
as
sites
well.
in the ways that they wanted, but they were also holding on to that space very, very well.
Same cascade we've seen the last couple of rounds. This time, Ten's waiting on the other side with an op.
Flash and Trailblazer, but the Trailblazer does spot him.
Played a little ring around the Rosie for a second.
Crazy part, though, is that second cascade coming in right as Tens falls back. But that also prevents them from going further on that flash off that Trailblazer. So they've just wasted 2 key pieces of initiation utility for nothing.
As we can see, this over towards B is nice. Like, this whole default's great at the moment.
And it looks like they're going to end back C. Zekin still has a little something to him. Should be able to spot out some of the presence still playing around.
So basically, it shoots then just to check how many people are here.
Follow up, and then he also
only
has a flash
one,
potential
so that's
off
kind of nice. We can
shot.
see that it looks like a pivot into B.
There's Tens, that first shot just
pressure over towards
missing.
C is pretty nice though. 3 people here, big rotate. Damn, NRG are looking really good at the moment.
Dashing towards heaven, smoking it up, and then clearing the doorway.
So they did so good to create question marks, and then even this little fake on top of it to pull this away.
Oh, finesse once again.
On top of this push as well.
Damn,
they are all over them on attack, but again, very attack-sided.
Excellent.
And that's the cue as well for Victor to take the space A main so he can get away from this lockdown. They're going to push it.
They just don't have much control on the extremities either.
Can they even get to Sam in time? No, they've got to go for the spike here.
And even if they do, you still have Victor who's on the flank. You've got Finesse who's creeping around the corner as well.
Did he set it off or did it?
Nobody tapped. Nobody
Sam's
tapped.
back up.
Yeah,
Zekin's back down.
There's no time anymore.
No.
That's confusing there from Sentinels, I have to say.
This is very cool.
Not a single person even going for the
great.
tap. I'm
Just
wondering if
question marks everywhere across the map.
Just didn't see. Possibly was. Artist wasn't being.
This as well, just on top of it.
And they're getting these sites very, very easily, NRG.
I'll take a look at it again. Finesse has gifted another. I think you're right. They're able to get onto the site very effectively, and I think once again, you know, we've touched on this a little bit, but they're being proactive in their controlling of the elsewhere on the map, right? They aren't just satisfied with controlling the site, or controlling choke points, or controlling pinches elsewhere on the map. That's just causing so many fits for Sentinels here.
And it's piecewise too. It's step by step on everything that they're doing. Even when Artist gets on the site, they're still trying to check all the boxes. Slowing down, waiting for each other.
They can pick up the op. They have the ult. This is going so fast to B, and again, they did literally hit B all the time. They just lost off the bombs, but now they're kind of winning the off the
It could be role changes. Who knows?
They're taking so much map control.
Working. Much more than we saw last time.
And it's different looks too. Sam is joined up with Victor here. He's going to easily receive Tens, although he's got knives.
Oh, I thought he was going to land the second. Had that been a Sheriff, maybe. But no. 2v2 here. Seeker's dropped. Second still has the op.
Still got another molly as well. Damn,
There's just not a lot of time here.
No more mollies.
The molly's there. Crashy's having to hold it back, and he cannot.
Yeah, nicely done from Zek, and that was pretty much everything. Okay, chat, what do we reckon? They need like 4?
From both Zek and Tens. The
4
double
maybe?
duelist duo. Although on this map, and I have to say, I think all the
Yeah,
maps that we see in this
let's say
pool,
they need 4 and they're
what we'll
halfway
see
there.
today, NRG
It might
forced them
need
away from those
might need a
maps
pistol
where
on
they
top of this.
actually do activate. Tens goes for the right click, easily takes out Victor, but with only a classic in that one. And second two. Huge. What else is in the tank here from Sentinels? It's like for the first time.
Yeah, if they get
Seconds
4,
on the
I'm
opposite
believing.
side of Tens.
I just
Put
think
the
it's
op back in his hands too.
Oh, this is fast. It's the Angel.
Fast hold gets cancelled. It's a good spot
Yeah,
when
went
you
for the
go for a
fast Angel.
seed.
Do we have an
I
over?
feel like we
an
just saw him
rotate
have
with
that
this?
ult too. I mean, they're just dumping utility all over the site, man. The paranoia, the flash, the mollies, everything.
Harbor
But
ult
the
goes in
reckoning is gonna
again
cause
before
problems.
they
This site
plant
is so tight.
Trailblazer.
Oh my god,
Som's done,
Solmid
man.
heavy
He's dead.
committed
He got
to
a little bit
chat.
too
The call
far.
came to leave the site,
And they've
and
retaken
literally
it
just as that
completely.
call came,
There's still
Solmid
even more
TP'd
retake
to this
tools up.
area.
There's so much
Oh man,
utility here
that's
they're
so
gonna have to
unlucky.
navigate. You've got the
He
nanos,
thought they
you've
were
got the
full
alarm
committing,
bots.
and then the call came
Forcing
in
a
to go back.
reposition.
And
Tennis
he-
with the op. He
Oh,
got
the
by.
time's
But does he
nuts.
aware? Does he know? The swing timing's just too good as Victor gets
Nice
a
trades.
second. 3v3 on for the side here. Finesse dancing around the door. Saucy waiting to see if anyone dare challenge. Oh gosh. That was so close. I mean, can Sentinels get in here? It's another late round situation that's now 2v2.
Vanessa lets Saucy in
There's
way
Cove
too
as well.
deep there. You got to kill, and Victor's trying to play the time. Cove's going up. They have nobody to spam this right now.
This is going to be close. They're going to be able to steal this. They got it to half. You're just going to spam their way through. Huge
Oh
jab from
my,
Finesse.
last
Can he get
bullet.
the 1v1? Jeff on the tap, on the hole.
Oh,
Finesse with the
man.
swing and the clutch.
Again,
They're
the
gonna
leader
look back
showing
and
a
feel like they
clutch for
should have
this
won that
team.
one for sure.
This time while fully in
Nicely
control.
done from
This time
F-
while
Finesse.
reading the map as well. This
But
time
yeah,
while
that's a brutal one
right
to watch back, I'm telling you.
methods to get
The
on the
VOD
site
review will not be
over
fun
and
for that one.
over and over.
Victor did great, though. These two did really well.
It's got to be like 80% of the rounds that we've seen so far at this point. Last bullet on that one,
Yeah,
too.
I think he did have walls on.
And it was Sasu who went back on it because he thought he was going to be done with the bullets. That's a little unlucky there, but Finesse as well.
So they get a low buyout. They got two hero guns for
Victor's
this.
horseshoe.
You got 10s again up on an angle with the sheriff this time. They're just very carefully.
Yeah,
very
then they were,
systematically
it
clearing
didn't
out
feel like
every
they were on the
angle
same
they made.
page for that 1v2, right? For sure.
This is now Sentinels approaching B-Main, trying to find artists, trying to threaten these flanks. Sasi looked at it in the last one, and he called it the War of the Brains. In one of those interviews that you saw early on, he said that was the win condition, was trying to figure out how Finesse is calling on the map. Currently losing that battle.
And this is just another
Yeah, the
wrinkle
cut of sound is nice.
to what NRG are able to
With the
introduce
cut
on
of
this
sound as
attacking
well, they
side. They're
literally
burning the
rotate
clock
heavy over towards
so
C.
far
Damn,
down.
look at these
But
two.
it's never too far down. There was one round where maybe it was 15 seconds where they actually start to go for the execute, but look, they're gonna have plenty of time, no matter mollies, no matter anything.
Sentinels have been quick on the rotate though. They already have 4 members here.
NRG are doing heavy armor, but when they have
Paranoia's
enough money,
gonna
they
hit a
do
couple, and
like.
you see Victor dashing
Sorry,
forward
other way
anyway.
around.
Ten's cleaning him
When
up. How much
NRG
can Zek
don't have
get?
much money, they do
There's the
like.
second. The pistols are so good from Sentinels, and now you have rifles that have
Swarm was
arrived.
pretty good here.
Artists in this 1v3, turning 1v2. 8 seconds on the clock. You've got the turret. You still have
One
the cut
bullet.
and sauce you're gonna have to deal with.
That time.
And he cannot.
Not the rounds I was expecting them to get, but nice swarm. Really nice
Just
swarm
pistols
here.
there from Sentinels.
Yeah, maybe we get some replays, see
They
what went
recover
down.
after that
But
clutch
there was a
very
lot of people
quickly.
sending over towards site at the same time.
And you're right, I mean, burning the clock. It's making
But yeah,
Sentinels
they were
sweat.
doing,
But at a
both
certain
teams are
point, you're
doing
seeing
light
them
armor.
now
It's
start
just,
to
they're doing the Fnatic thing, right, where they have, if they get like over
Tense
3k,
mode.
then they start playing heavy.
They're trying to make the gambles at the end of the round. And this is the first one where
Yeah,
it really
they just
pays
had
off. They had more
numbers,
members
they were
there,
just
they were
fast with
flooding, they
it.
had
So
fought
actually, I
before,
pointed out these two that were
even coming
rotating,
back onto the site.
and then they both
got a
went
high
back
tide at the perfect
and were in a
times.
good spot.
That one was tough.
Fast
for
retake.
NRG to crack.
Okay, 2
First
more
real
rounds
denial
left.
there of the plant.
Oh, this off angle's gonna work. Okay, that might be a
Blades
nightmare.
online
We'll
for
see.
Victor. No early target spotted. Orb's gonna get Finesse one step closer to having Seekers. And it looks like it's gonna be another slow round from NRG.
Okay, Molly broke the alarm bot at
Been
least.
the tone for this entire map.
There
It's been
is
the tone for NRG
no
so far.
information on
And in
any
the
of A
past,
right
too.
now.
Victor with knives. Look to want to hit this
wonder if
side
this
a lot
guy has
faster.
some-
Let's see if they can get this lockdown down. Force Sassy off. I've been looking for opportunities to use that hold on the clash. Tens.
By himself. Huge out from Artis. And now they know
Oh,
that
now
Tens is on the
he's
other
in
side
a-
with the op. The jump peek is too good.
Damn,
but Crash
the
is
opening of the
better.
door felt like it absolutely wrecked them.
Paranoia out, and Zekin's gonna fall to it.
Last round in the half.
It's a brutal, brutal hold. I like the idea from Sentinels, but it was a hold in the sense that they're actually receiving the aggression
Yeah,
through that rotating
there's
door.
a lot of silence for that one. I want to see how
And
Victor
again,
got
I'm
the
looking
two
for
kills.
opportunities for Sassy to get this pit down. A
it
lot
Victor or
of
was
times
it
when you
Som? I can't
hit the
remember.
C site, you've seen teams,
Okay, we're
you've
not
seen
gonna see it.
Leviathan specifically.
Yeah, it
fall
didn't
back
feel
and
like
use a
they were
pit.
ready. Like it didn't feel like the door they were ready to
That
open the
covers
door. It just felt
so
like
much
a
of that exit for you in spawn. Surprised to not
felt like
see
a
him
one-passing thing, and then the
do
op
that when the
had
idea
to
is
look
to play
behind,
retake as well.
and then the op was then worried about here because they knew you had the op and they could swing. Yeah, that really just it
He
backfired
is on the
fast.
opposite side
Still
of the
though,
map,
one away from the
choosing
four
not
that
to
we
use
said
early.
that we
Well, they
would
had
stop
what, 4
believing
members
with.
stacked today. They get Tens into a good position and then start to rotate off. Death
Sentinels
now
have a lot
joining
of
the
ults
lights.
for
Sassy on the opposite side of the map. And okay, they
FNS is
spotted
one
him.
away
They know where
from,
Tens is. The paranoia. Once again, you see him dashing
ult
away
still.
and getting away with the 2.
Gafito, thank you so much,
Sassy
dude.
used a pit
Appreciate it.
At the meantime, over towards that C site. Crash is going to go investigate, see how
Thank
it's
you, mate.
played.
Appreciate you. Just
See
for the
which
3
one
months.
they put down. Are there any gaps? Do they have a protocol for this exact pit? Probably not anymore without that Trailblazer. They're still spread on the map, not wanting to fully commit to this. With 50 seconds still, Zekin with the Seekers as well. Pancata with the ult.
And they're gonna go all three
Those can
here.
be used reactively
Do they
to
instant
stop
rotate
this
with this?
late hit coming
They
in
have a
from
small
NRG.
window.
I think they want to pivot through the broken door here.
Yeah, let's see what the mid round looks like.
About 35 seconds left in the round, and as you were mentioning,
Just
there's still a lot
double-checking.
of delay tools here on the defensive side.
30 seconds
Mainly
left.
looking at Pancata's ult.
30
As
seconds
soon
on
as
it.
there's enough of a queue, there it is. And they're going to rotate B. And Tens is here with the shorty. He's going to push into it!
Oh
Victor wins it out with the
my.
shorty of his own.
Shorty off.
They don't really have time to pivot anywhere else.
Yeah, they got
They're
no
gonna have
time
to
on
commit
this,
to
but
B.
it's fine.
And you see them both.
Yeah,
Vipers
Crashies is
passing right by one
absolutely
another.
on them.
Crashies
Dude,
patiently
Crashies'
waiting
luck at the moment's been
and
great.
rewarded for it. Now Finesse, once
They've
again,
been
the ball,
mixing
he
up
may have
their
gone a
luck
bit
as
too
well.
far, no.
I've got your trail.
Beautiful round again from NRG. The war of the brains is, I mean, especially when you look at that kill from Crash. He's on the Sassy coming out of that pit.
What
He
a
set that
what a
up.
very
They set
impressive
that
half
up
from them. It
so
was great.
long at the beginning of the round. They get the lockdown out on A.
Switching
All of their
sides.
goals in that round were achieved.
I like them
and given to
leaving,
them by
like-
Sentinels.
I like them
Everything
leaving
went
like
well in
one
there.
passing in certain areas as well,
And
just
then
in
as well,
case
they
the
have the
flashes came out
ability to
and they
do
wanted
this.
to like get
Victor-
hit by them. Actually felt like they
Just
played
hits him
against
right
like the
back with the
sky
shorty of his
very
own.
well.
It's ridiculous. for him.
It's what a lot of teams are lacking at the moment. Sometimes you need to have one person just lurking just to get
Very
hit
well
by the
done
sky,
by
so it
Sentinels,
creates
or
pressure.
excuse me, by NRG. They have a 9-3 lead at half in the opening map of this best of 3. Golden Boy, what do you think? 9-3 good?
Cutting noise, yeah. There was just it just felt like every
I'm
round
just not what- I
there
don't
was just
believe in
question
curses.
marks everywhere.
Okay,
That's good.
I'm not
And then
today.
even though they would
Okay,
flash, it
not
would
on
just
this
be like
day.
there's one
All
person
right,
that
I
would get hit
think
by the
this is
flash
going
or
to be
whatever.
good, honest, clean
Or at least in
Valorant.
place,
That is what
if
we're
it
going to
didn't go down like that.
shooting for. But that being said, though, good, honest, clean Valorant is exactly what we got from NRG because Mimi, they look
And
stupendous.
if we look
They're
at
playing
big
their
difference
comp
between
incredibly
Sentinels
well,
and
the
Lev,
results are in
the
sport.
B
Yeah,
retake
with
wasn't
Sentinels
there
on
for
this
Sentinels.
defensive side, I think one of the biggest issues with their composition that shows is that they have no line control, no Omen with a paranoia, no breach, done nothing like that to early take a long. And fight
100
that
fees lost
space,
to
which is
this.
normally
It's still
priority on this map.
it's still
So
a
a lot
attack
of the
side map.
times they kind of had this
don't-
choice of do we anchor
don't get
sites
too
or do we
carried away.
more often play into these retakes. And what they ended up doing so often was playing for retake because Finesse was calling a really good game in the mid round. Take a look at this round, round number 7, which was one of
Attack
many
masterclass,
where
it
in
was
the
a
late
very
rounds,
good- it was a
NRG
very
managed
good
to
attack side,
plant
yeah.
down on this B site. And despite the fact in this one that there was a
Is
lockdown
Artis more of a
retake, that it was
passive op, but
Sentinels
nah, he's
playing
crazy.
the whole time. They had Som reposition into Link, they had a player towards long. It was all really good ideas to counter that out, and that shows me FNS has a fantastic read on the comp of his opponent.
Yeah, I really like how they're using the Victor jet in this composition. I think it's perfect, and it's a great adjustment from how they were using Artis on the Rays previously. It allows you to get those explosive.
Do you think these roles for
hits,
NRG make
this
sense?
Alternative approach
Yes.
with the jet, where they're still using
I'm
it to dash
a
entry
massive
into those sites,
fan
but he's not
of
going
FNS
so
on
aggressive that he's
Sky.
just kind of maybe trading one for one.
Sky Mess is incredibly strong, and it just means that he can just, kind of like what I was doing when I was saying, like he can just clear out the question marks that are made.
Find some picks.
It's going to help his calling so much that he can just flash where he wants to, he can rotate where he wants to. He's been playing rotate like majority of the time, or at least getting info. Like, it just means that he's so in control and he can have a very good read. It should help them a lot on defense in theory
but
as well.
9-3 I think is still doable for Sentinels. This composition is better on the attack side. There's a lot of options.
The UK boy slasher, it's about time. I always knew
NRG
Thomas
really
was
struggled on
destined
with
for
their previous
greatness.
comps.
Yeah, well, you know, we're going to see if NRG learned some lessons from last week. Let's go ahead and send it back over to your casters. Now, Doug, do you believe in 9-3? Back over to you.
I don't think I do. I'm not gonna lie.
Shut up, Mr. 9-3 blessing.
3-9 blessing. Come on.
UK Val 2028. What do you mean? We had our 3
I
months.
do think
We had our 3 months when the game came out. That's the best we're getting.
composition for Sentinels, given that
I mean,
it's their attack side now,
Boast
given
of
that
one,
you should have a
Artist
bit more
one.
agency and
That's
more
good enough
ability
for
to
us. We
control the
got
map with 3 sites like
we got one
I don't
person
know
dotted
that
about
it's
in
as done of
teams.
a deal as you would think
That's the
otherwise.
best we're gonna get.
Yeah. I think that's appropriate.
Got Def.
Especially
Got
given we
Mini.
still have a very similar control setup here from Sentinels 2. They can burn him down just like NRG did just a half ago.
Okay, Sentinels need a pistol.
We'll see, though.
In
All
terms of
starts
this,
right
3
here.
frenzies against a lot,
Already
against a
trying to gain
lot of
some control over
armors.
towards C-Long, but it's unsuccessful. Look, NRG again re-clearing. And they get a setup that if they do choose to pivot, looks like they want to go for just a fast B split here. If they have to pivot all the way back towards C, that's a really good setup late.
Clearing out the panel, dropping utility through it as well. And now the
That's
dash
a
forward.
nice-
Victor having to throw
That's
it
a
back.
nice entry onto this site. This
And they're
retake's
gonna
gonna be
have
hard.
full site control.
While we have something like
How much do they
11 plants
double
in
up?
that first half.
Do they double up secret?
Sentinel starting
No,
off in the
okay.
exact
Sassy
same
has
way.
to
These
kill.
Harbor Viper comps, so good. Sassy up close, though.
Even flash. Yeah, it was just too close. He was able to spot him, able to see him. Now Dev sprayed with the frenzy.
Finesse is on
getting
the
one back.
spike. I don't even think they know. I think they were paranoid the entire time.
Oh my god, that's a
goodness.
huge kill. That's a huge kill from Zekken. That actually got pretty
I thought he was gonna
close.
steal it.
And he's 1 HP on this as well. Damn, this is
The
this
final
one got
second, he had
real
1
close.
HP when he went to challenge Finesse there. Bit of a gamble. I like the idea. Sam and Finesse combined to get
Yeah,
the
they just
flashes
caused a bit of
going,
chaos
and
on
then
that
the
one
smoke
and
on the spike
tried to
while those
insta-stick it.
flashes are still affecting the players.
It nearly worked.
I think the Q was actually the smoke. I don't think they actually heard that.
Yeah, there was so much sound going on, I didn't even hear it. I have my sound relatively low though, so I'm not a good example. But
All starts on the pistol. And NRG did have a little
okay,
bit
in
of
terms of how they're
success on these
approaching
light-
this, 2 rifles, dude,
light
they're
eco
really
rounds.
prepping heavy for the bonus.
One share
And they
of
kind of
three
know how
frenzies.
important it is to
dangerous.
win when they're this far behind. So
They're just so bold, man. They just push right through the cascade.
nice setup over towards C as we can.
Unawares as
See
to
on the
what's on the
minimap
other side,
most
but they
the
choose
A
to
at
do
the
it anyway.
moment.
And now they've
So
got this. What could potentially
when do they
be a
get bored
devastating
towards C?
flank.
Okay, not even bored, just straight up,
I have
just
to draw
smoke goes
parallels
down,
to,
they
like,
flash out, they
I
push.
mean, the last time we saw Victor on Jet was on those Breeze maps. And while towards the end of that comp, didn't look as clean. At the very beginning when they pulled it out, when they pulled out the Neon comps, all those different innovative stuff that they did, it looked so
Spike
good.
down
Artist
A.
with the first kill finds the spike too. So he knows exactly how this is going down. The spike is
It's
headed
a
towards A,
fast
and they're
rotate,
pinching
even
on
on
them
the
from
jet
all
as well
sides.
behind. They've
Victor's a
caused
clever
so
too,
much
or he
pressure
just
here.
clears
Oh,
it out.
nice shot.
Second spots him, clears him up.
Spike planted.
Yeah, but there's more
They
than one
don't have
flanker
much
there.
map control, really. They don't
don't
feel
know that they
comfy.
know either.
Pressure's always
Oh,
on
yes,
when
it's
this is
frenzy,
here.
though.
Won't matter either because Artist was already coming from the doorway, and if they leave the rotating door closed,
They got any util for
they'll
this?
know
One
they have to
flash?
come through
Molly?
main. Looking for exits now.
Okay, just accepting they're gonna get
You
exits.
saw the shift right there, completely. Just everybody backed up a little bit more, got very tight. And there's really no serious escape here for the side of Sentinels.
Yeah, they're all gonna go up
Might be a
here.
lot of guns lost. And they make
can
the
see
right
this is the
read
right call.
going up through spawn.
It is a very nice call.
Everybody wants to die to Spike.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hell, they're the ones who.
No.
nice, Molly.
There wasn't time either.
we all kind of was like, maybe. Not too bad. Nicely done from Sentinels. It was good calling to get out there. Good calling.
Slow, methodical from Sentinels.
Chat, I'm a ban question marks, I'm telling you.
Even though
I'm a ban question marks.
NRG
no one's ever going to be able to ask questions ever again.
They still managed to not get squeezed out there. They still managed to find a way out. First gun round of the game. Everybody light armor on the server.
Yinsu, you're a mod. Don't you get involved.
And NRG with another aggressive push towards A main.
Here.
Victor now, the first one forward.
Okay, so they prepped for this, right? In terms of how they wanted to approach the anti-eco. They had 2 people just on pistols so they could buy heavy rifles. They kept the 2 rifles in. They also kept the stinger, so they have a very good bonus for this. Dos. I don't have to say name. Dosta. Thank you so much, mate. Dosta with the prime chat. This is where you spam. Let's get some slugs in. Dosta, thank you so much, mate. Welcome into the slug club.
And there finally uses it. I like that. How much longer he saves his dash. How he doesn't actually need to use his smoke there.
Okay, so
you can see the optimization there from Victor. Slightly better than the protocol.
At what point does FNS decide to start clearing this information?
But will it matter? They've got a tree set up here. We did not really see this sort of thing from Sentinels, but Spike's on the other side of the map.
Just want to see when he gets the
That's
second.
high tide coming back up. They just cycled the wall. Doors being popped open as well. But the Trailblazer cleared so much just then. Down from stairs.
Flash goes in close as well. Okay.
30 seconds
I tell you what though, this was a nice round from Sentinels. This was actually a very nice round from Sentinels. They made this look
just in the nick of time. Finesse seems like he's showing up.
It was really good. And they're going for this plant that I said the teams wouldn't be doing until like 3 months in. So that's kind of interesting.
Good molly there for Crashies to keep the push back. Tens definitely wanted to go for it. They're still going to go for it.
Flash forward. Crashies dancing around the cloud burst, and Tens was blind. They may have gone up just a bit too far. Now starting to back up and fight for control of the site. You see them white-knuckling their way to try to keep them back.
Might be a nightmare. Artist screwing pressure.
Trying to funnel through. Victor getting one back. 3v3 here for the rest of the site. Artist spraying through as Victor's got the third.
Everyone. Oh my god.
1 HP.
They want it.
Damn, okay, nicely done from Victor. We'll get a replay. That is interesting. Can you explain the purpose of the third plant? Okay, so in terms of the plant meta, I view it a little bit like Icebox on A, where you can have different stuff. We're probably going to see a replay and then I'll talk over it after it.
Against the light armor, the Bulldog a lot more effective. You see him spraying frantically. Here's the kills from Victor.
3.
Nasty things. Nasty
nice
things
from him.
From the man himself.
Okay, so how I imagine and how we're starting, I imagine in practice that this game's going, is everyone was planting here, right? But you a lot of the time get spammed through this smoke, so that's your first plant. Then you have your second plant, right? So that's your first plant, number 1. Then your second plant's going to be here behind this. Heavy guns will pen this, so I imagine in practice, once people start using this safe spot, everyone will start using heavy puns to stop you from flying here, which then means that you're kind of left with this little box over here, which will then be their third plant. So I imagine slowly in prax the meta is evolving like this, and they've been getting spammed too much in terms of 1 and 2, and so now they're practicing the third plant. A little bit like Icebox, where you have the G2 plant at the beginning, then you had the where you had default, then you had G2, and then you had Fnatic where they wrapped site. So it's just kind of the evolution of people adapting on their defense, really.
He's delivering the door tap. Will he get challenged? The Seekers cleared.
You know when
where do they go off of this? They've taken a lot of B main.
You know when Shroud played on Sentinels? They lost because they only had practiced one plant on Icebox.
Damage done, but not the kill.
Right, it's stuff like that. It's just like the...
Look at the flank.
You just need to start practicing the other stuff.
Very curious.
He still has a turret up though.
Toxins going up.
I can't remember what the Icebox game was, but I remember they only had one plant and it got shut down. They only practiced G2 plant and there was like a smoke and stuff.
He's gonna slip the net and the flash doesn't tag anything either.
And yeah, it might have been because Shroudy was fine.
Keeping one back, expecting the other. That's 3 on the round for him, but can Crashies play hero? No, he cannot. The timing's just
really strong after plant. They got so much map control in this one. Sassy did great again. They are buying light armor, but in this one, there's 2 of them that can't buy. So I think
after he left his turret go down, or if that was uncomfortability on the roll.
They're not gonna.
I'm leaning towards the ladder, and he ends up getting fortunate on the timing that they walk back through waterfall after
clearing. Huge round.
But either way,
Icebox plant on A.
Sassy and Pancata to combine to
It's
clean
like
up
a
this round.
man.
He's explosive.
We
He
have an
really
icebox after this, right? I can show you it.
You've been seeing a lot of multi-kills for him on this
I'll
new
show you
role.
when we get to the map.
Not playing the initiator that he normally is.
Someone
And
remind me
he's
when we get
playing
icebox.
fantastic.
Actually.
One of the biggest questions for the Sentinel squad after last week was, are the champions on this team going to step back up to champion level form with the new rules? They've got a lot to learn.
Deep harbor wall. They're gonna dash forward. Crashies is there, and he's ready, and he's waiting.
Oh
and he
man,
gets
he got that other kill.
That was an accident.
Yeah, that was mental. And the
goes down
judges
by
here.
accident.
Oh, this is
He
so
was
on at the
vulnerable in
moment.
the
The
cave
pivot over
through that
towards
orb.
B damn. It's a little bit unlucky they
And
lost the kill,
spray
Joey.
that actually was taking down Tenzo. Oh,
Yeah, a
gosh.
little bit unlucky, not ready for this.
Oh.
Nice though. Managed to get
A
the info.
wild
That was
jump
good.
peek from Finesse.
It was wide. It was so wide.
I think the reason he survived might have been how wild that was.
Def getting the spike down. Sentinels still have a shot at this.
That jump peek,
Just
jump
down
peek was
one, and they have
absolutely
the
fine.
pit
Right,
now.
it was a jump peek over here.
They can't really play this. They're
Right,
playing
it looked
underneath, and
looked
that's a
wide,
little
but it was a
scary,
jump
'cause
peek
those
over
guys
here,
can
not
walk
for where
up
this
and
is.
negate the near sight.
Look at that wall. You have a wall protecting
It was
the
not
pit.
it was not a new zero jump peek. Don't worry.
So many layers that NRG are gonna have to get through.
Blinded.
Flash getting one. They're waiting, they're patient now, they start to flood out. Victor getting one with the blades, but he's weak! And
Oh
second
my
getting
god!
two
Like,
with
what
the
is this
spam.
round?
It's a 1v1, but Victor's 1 HP.
Hawk out.
Okay, it's coming back.
Yeah, it's back, the flash is
Absolutely
gone
ate
from
it. Nicely
Zekken.
done from Zekken. Holy hell! It's just a straight up spam with that.
And we might just yet have a game still. 3 rounds the difference now.
Join the dark side.
God, especially
Nah,
after
we
winning
just
that first
take a
gun
few
round,
shots now
NRG
and then. That's it.
may just run away with it. Look at this kill on the 10s, and Pancata was the first guy he shot by accident there. That's
Falling.
absurd.
He was
Yeah,
falling.
good recovery from him. I mean, technically a
That's just
1v3.
unlucky, man.
And Zekken the spray through that pit that Sassy got up. He
Damn,
kept
I
it
didn't
up
realize
for
they were
so
actually
long.
like
The NRG players
legit
were
next to each other.
suffocating. Inside of it, that Zekken just needs to breathe on them. And it sucks the life out of the round now. NRG with the timeout. NRG need to come up with the plans. On attack side, it was flawless from them. Really, really good ideas. So far in this defense, they're not really doing.
Why do you think they put Victor on Jet instead of Artist? Honestly, I don't have a good answer for you. I'm a little bit biased, obviously, because I like coached Artist a lot, so I know what he can do on Jet.
You saw him get a little bit more comfortable with making those.
So yeah, I'm a little bit
decisions
biased on that one, so I honestly don't know. I personally would be putting him on Jet, but I don't think that's the reason. Like it's been looking fine, and
still continuing this half. He definitely has a read on the game.
Victor's doing great. He's doing his role and everything.
Meanwhile, NRG seem to have lost theirs. They've just won 1 round on this half. But they still have a 3-round lead they can work with.
I have to also think this is Sentinel's map pick. How important is this in this map pool? I already
Third
mentioned a
plant
little bit
side's
how
hardest to play
NRG,
post plant for sure.
in my mind, got this a little favor.
It might be a little bit better than
maps
this.
here because they're avoiding
Not
the double
entirely
duelist,
sure.
a fracture and split the
I
entire
haven't
time.
fully looked at the angles
Forcing
from
maps
this.
like Lotus,
Yeah, I
forcing
think
maps
you're
like
right.
Pearl. And Icebox even, you could consider that one too.
I mean, both Victor and Artist have both played a lot of different
That's the
roles.
key.
So
The Seeker's online now for Finesse.
Artist is locked down as well. In this situation, definitely power ults that could swing the round, but they're not exactly.
Okay, where are we
ones
at with
that
money?
Fully guarantee it.
Okay. We need to build this round up a little bit because it feels like if Sentinels can win this one and build their economy up and NRG have to eco,
Victor gonna feel some pressure
gonna
with the
probably be in
Trailblazer.
control.
To try to clear it out.
it's a nice bit handling
Gives
this.
his position away and
The
has to
smoke
fail.
made
I think one of
it
the things
that
there
you didn't see this
that you're
though.
looking at both Def and Saucy playing such passive positions behind that wall are hoping that instead of re-aggroing and re-clearing down C like NRG is doing consistently, they'll swap that over to A in the late round. Breaks the door open for those Seekers to go through, get a little bit more info.
Tens is already
Okay.
on site.
Look at the
They
last
have
Seeker all
Artist
the way in
ult for
spawn
this.
right now, actually giving them all the
Yeah,
information.
and
All
they
5 players
heavy
now going to be
prioritizing spawn.
the NRG squad.
They use the lockdown. They're still gonna
Okay,
be
Tens is
treed
going
that
for
Sentinels
kills.
can play
Everyone
in.
else is going to survive.
Planted.
Oh, Okay, Tens are no longer going for
they're gonna
kills.
tuck right on back.
4 people a tree.
You also have Sasuke's playing off further back.
They're swinging back in the site.
And they hit the door to pretend that they're gonna be pulling off, but they want to take the fight to NRG. And it's gone 2 for 2, the dash, and now Zekin swinging around, and Zekin able to get 2, the third on the round for him. Finesse just
Wow, he's really stepping up. He's really stepping up. So Sentinels kind of felt the same thing as me when they had 4 people at tree. They were like, this is too much, and they realized they had to try and get a lot of space. They were hoping that the pressure of this corner would mean that they wouldn't be taking site that fast, right? So you can have someone here that's going to kill everyone. So I think they thought that they wouldn't have that much space on them, so they kind of just all sent it out, and it worked really, really well. That was a nice call, though. That was a nice shot call, to be honest.
NRG side that they're not going to do that. They're going to sit back in tree. They're going to go for
if they had all stayed at tree, there was too much util to kind of shut them off, especially with Crashy's mollies. That's a massive round. NRG have to low buy.
Where all the players were coming back out of. That smoke from Tens as well. It's going great.
This has the potential to be chaotic. Look at how far up NRG are on C. Sentinels once again wanting to fight with the paranoia. Oh my gosh, it's a disaster.
What a round.
That is so cool from Victor.
Yeah, that Omen Flash hit 4. Yeah, could not hear the dash when they weren't close because of the Omen Flash. Oh my goodness. There were 4 of them. They did the most perfect thing.
And he gets the disgusting flank off with just a classic, mind you.
Oh, it's a really nice eco round. Oh my god.
Huge round out.
Yeah, and they got a lot of upgrades in terms of guns.
You alluded to the classic previously. Crashies has a stinger. They're able to scoop up some of the weapons. Now Victor and Finesse having rifles. Sam as well.
That might be the round.
More layers to that too while we have a second. They tap that orb, expecting the trap there from Tens to peek through the one-way and try to challenge the player with the orb. And once that trap is triggered, that's when the paranoia comes in. Sentinels is trying to group to receive the anti-eco push.
It's like a huge round. It's like a swing round on steroids, man.
Battle of the Brains
in the gym
continue.
every day. It's
yeah,
massive.
That's a telestrator play right there.
That is. That one was a lot of fun.
They're coming back to the guns.
15 seconds. They got all the guns already, so.
They're coming back. There's an extra one here.
Artist was the only one. Yeah, he's gonna get something.
Damn.
Now 4 rifles carried into that round from NRG.
Yeah, they might have just given themselves room for almost the rest of this game economically just because of that one.
Timeout to try and just make them forget it. Everyone focus on the next round.
Sentinels, we need to check on that one. Look, everybody, and the flash as well coming in late.
And the flash on top of it.
They had no clue. Look how grouped up they were. All 4 players hit by that paranoia.
Last player standing.
Oh, and it's cold from Finesse too. Usually, he's popping off on the stage. Especially after a call like that.
Dialed in. A timeout called here as we near the end of this opening map. Still a 3-round lead for NRG. You know, you mentioned the coldness out of Finesse in situations like that. I just go back to the previous round where Zekin face like no expression in his face, but still playing up to the crowd. Like you can tell these are just.
You can't be too angry at the reaction. It wasn't bad.
Like
there was just 4 of them there.
Is delivering in the way that we
the Omen Flash hit 4.
Like Sentinels looking better as the season is.
It was just the most perfect thing to do against it.
Last week, it just feels like a heavyweight fight.
The execution of it was nice.
Definitely be the 2 best teams in North America. I think we're trying mostly to place them outside of that.
All right, so Sentinels take the timeout. Again, just forget about the round. Everyone just start talking about the next round. Pretend it never happened. Op comes out, dude, money as well on top of that. It's everything. They picked up 4 guns. The money's just... It's just back online.
Interesting too. We haven't really seen Sentinels go for something fast and aggressive, and right now they're all stacked up.
Again, instant Omen Flash from here can be avoided by swinging out, but instant Omen Flash from here will always hit every single agent in the game. No one can beat it. You have to run forwards with it, remember, so it goes faster.
Get tagged. A lot of damage actually done to him.
So they created a lot of pressure here, but they managed to get out, so they lost a good amount of util here.
Still gets a bullet though in the leg. Surprised
literally everyone beats the Neon, beats everything.
With the Phantom, especially on the retakes. But he does have that knives as a secondary option.
Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't. I tried it. Trust me. Not if you run forwards from this.
Yeah, the pit's there, and they're also controlling panel. There was a flash. Victor now landing the shot with the op.
Surviving every time though. Heels coming back up. Saucy.
Oh, he's getting so far up! And he walks right into the shorty barrel.
The game sense from Victor is insane right now with those shorties.
Okay, someone needs to step up. It's been Zekken a lot, but
for Sentinels.
The good news for him is there's no flash for this.
Thin.
Flash is over there.
What's
secret.
the cue for NRG to go? Where do they pounce? Zekken already falls. Death able to take one with him, but that's all it is.
Damn, okay, nicely handled. Yeah, that one fell apart for
He
Sentinels.
cannot. Sam's gonna get the defuse. NRG are gonna get to 12.
Yeah, don't need flashes when you're doing that. It's true.
And they still have the op for Victor.
And he still has his knives too. I don't think he popped them. He used the shorty instead as the secondary. In situations like that, anyways, the knives are going to be used in the same sense of a shorty.
Right, 4 chances and the money
is.
I mean, the money's. It's okay. They get a nice one on this.
I mean,
in terms of the 4 chances to take this one out, they are very far away from ults, so it might be a little bit difficult.
But I have to point out the game sense from Victor there to recognize Saucy was going to go for something cheeky. Saucy
the 12 chances, yeah, that was a new one for me.
A lot of times.
That was the first time
I've
done the 12 chances.
Saucy is the one being proactive about it. So if they cancel that, nobody else on Sentinels is really finding that same groove.
That flash hit? Yeah, it did. Sam backing up. We've got Finesse close by.
Ooh.
I suggest you move.
They're investing a lot into this, but that paranoia. Oh, Finesse falls. I mean, they've dropped the Reckoning, they've dropped Harbor Utility, but they all want to go towards C.
And there's actually
a lot of util here, though.
Canceled mollies here. And nothing breaks them, so 1 minute, this is going to be a lot of time for them to get back into this. That turret down right now, Pankata's trying to get it back up.
Oh, and it's clear.
He pulled it away.
Victor's creeping up. You've got Zekken who's waiting to receive.
This is nice though. Opens the door and lets Victor go. Looks like Zekken has a read on it. Yeah, nicely done. Good understanding.
Gets out of there.
He's been playing well.
Secondary attempt going to come through from Crashies, but the rest of NRG.
Zekken's ready for it, man. Look at him. He's pushing forward.
At this point, he's hunting.
Yeah.
He's all over them. Nice run from him.
It looked like NRG wanted to maybe put Crashies there in a position to get a lot of exits with the pressure from the door that Sam was putting on while the rest of them walk away and save their weapons. And especially if they get these 2 guns saved, there's 3 rounds for sure of buffer economically for the NRG side, even losing this one and getting the reset.
Why isn't no one playing KO on Lotus? There are a few teams, but the main reason that no one's doing KO in terms of some of the other but okay, the easiest way to explain this, the main reason that people are using Sky over every other initiator is just to kind of what I was saying. It's too easy to create the question marks, right? You can have good defaults that you can do A, B, and C pressure, and you have to kind of clear them out. You have to get info. That knife only comes up every so often, and sometimes you want to save it, whereas like the flashes comes up all the time, and you have a dog. So you just have more info. Also, the dog just lasts forever.
Again, that decision to me is very surprising given the comp that you have out from Sentinels. The Harbor Viper is so difficult to find good angles from. You get everything chopped up in front of you.
What's up, dude?
Yet, I say that, and he found that gap and dropped that one time. And he's able to find
Yinsu, you still in chat? Did you see the Talon game earlier?
I believe it is.
If not, I recommend watching both of the maps because it was a madness.
NRG just within arm's reach of closing out this map.
It was an absolute madness.
And taking a 1-0 series
Dude, it was
lead
so
into the
funny.
next.
Oh my goodness. I was having so much fun.
Not far behind here.
Both teams
would 2 knives on KO be a good buff? Whoa, we don't need to buff KO. KO is fine. It's just a map-based thing. KO is great. We don't need to...
From the surface.
Don't need to buff anyone.
Every single game went to the wire. 2 games went to overtime. They barely pulled it out on a set.
4 chances down to 3.
That was a nice comeback from them. They're attempting the same thing here against NRG.
They're trying to get the op set up over towards A and leave it.
They're going to take A main control again, but
this could work pretty well.
It's historically been the Trailblazer out from the attacking side that pushes.
Yeah, it's going to work great.
The Jet off of this angle,
and
but this time it's the Trailblazer getting Victor into an aggressive spot.
Remember, he flanked last time too. He's going to go for it.
Oh,
shot.
Might
Really nice
just
shot.
be a game-ending pick right there.
Yeah,
Depth the
that
harbor.
might be pretty huge.
It's so much
So
more
one of their
difficult. Sash
smokers,
is already committed
and
as
now they
well.
have no
The
other
strengths of
smokers
this
to go
comp
towards site.
with
It's pretty
having
hard here.
the ability to pivot.
And now they don't.
And that's why he's on jet.
Provide cover.
Honestly,
And now the blade's online.
it's a very nice shot.
Sam has to stay on this fake. He cannot bite on the B fake right now.
He's patient.
Oh,
And they're creeping right
damn,
by
there
him.
was
The
a
alarm
small
gives him
window.
position
Yeah, they
away.
didn't realize he was that
Walks into
close.
his death, but Sam's
Oh,
trying to
nice
hold the
trades
line.
though. This is back
Tens
on.
comes
Small
in,
window to get a
untracked
good
to
plant
trade
as
that.
well,
I'm not
and they
even
can
sure
hold over towards Mount.
that
This
Pancada
is
was gonna be
really
in a
on.
position
3
to
on
do so
3.
himself.
Second, 1 kill away from his ult.
Second once again to
Dude, he's
receive,
all
and he
over it.
does. But I don't know that he's expecting the
So
second.
worth owning.
He should give it away though.
Yep.
Confirming his suspicions, the flash,
Dude,
the
he's-
swing around, and
he's so
crashes
good
as a
right
dead
now.
man walking.
This is much better than last week.
Another round
He's
for
like
Sentinels.
just solo winning a lot of rounds here. I loved this
Oh, they're
walk-in
far from
contact.
done.
I can't remember. Chat, who is this that got the kill here? Was it
Two-round lead,
Pancada?
Victor trying to
That
escape
was
second
everything.
hunting.
Chat,
This
who's
is a
this guy?
difficult spot to get through though.
Pancada?
It is
Yeah, that
spammable.
was massive play
If
by
you don't
him.
want to go through the big queue of opening the door itself, I think there's about 10 seconds left on the spike.
Yeah,
so
artist
plenty
out
time
of
to hunt,
range,
15
and then
total maybe.
and then it tapped onto the second guy. So they thought that
And
the
1
closest
second,
they
even
could be
if he
was like
dies
here, but he was
you got
actually
Tens who has
close.
the opportunity of chasing
Like, it
this
was
down.
really good.
He knows.
2
How
seconds.
Yeah,
This is
10's
good.
trade was great as well. A lot of that was
Goodness,
really
yeah,
nice.
he was about to swing.
He was looking up for the
Okay,
uptrap.
4
too, for
chances
Tens.
and half,
That's
2.
surprising.
I
They
didn't
have
check
the
that money.
knives, so
That was so clean from Tens.
but the knives were out there from Finesse, and I believe, yeah, Crash these two, and Zach can put him in the blender.
Op carried over for Victor once again, opening the round towards A.
Okay, both teams
And that's
can.
where all of Sentinels are.
Right. Both teams can buy. If
10
it goes to the
stashing
next
forward.
one.
And he's got a flash over the top to help out. Instantly door triggered. Victor not going to get a shot. You have so many members of NRG here. You've got
Well,
Song
that's a
close
lot
by,
of
Finesse
info.
getting info with
Holy
the
hell.
Trailblazer. And you still have that op you have to take care of.
Again, lines of sight blocked over
they
and over
know.
from Victor. He's trying to be dynamic,
They know.
trying to get into better positions every time. But when you're starting off all the way back, you saw the success of the last round was because he started way forward.
So they're doing good at
Unexpectedly
pressuring
now.
door, but
He's almost neutered
NRG don't
entirely
actually
right.
have info on door. That's a nice flash over towards
Third
middle
tap
here.
of the door, if
Question
I'm
mark
not
on the
mistaken.
middle, so they can stack a little bit heavier. Dog goes
It's
all the
just
way in.
Tens. Fourth now.
Oh, no! Whoa!
What?
Gosh.
Still, but
Still gets the
he
kill. It's not
lagged.
the end of the world, but definitely
But what was
a little bit
that?
of an issue there from Psalm.
Spike planted.
3 gonna funnel in from the defender's side, and Tens was far up. Artist takes care of him. Numbers NRG here, but Spike ticking away, and it has for a little while now. They're gonna have to move forward with some pace. Def not able to get the second. It's all on Pancada. Finesse on the tap. He's
Not
gonna get it to
spammable.
half. No, but that molly's gonna help. It's gonna buy some time.
No more mollies
Spam
after
out.
this?
He's
It
got to
should be
land
done.
these shots on Crashies now, and he
Okay,
cannot.
honestly,
The defuse is gonna come through.
kinda
Sentinels
happy
get
they
run
won
at
this
it.
with,
But
whatever that
NRG
was that we just
closed
saw.
out Lotus 13 to 10.
Defenders win.
Words of our sober. The pack
Scary
Kinda
moment
happy they
there.
managed to get that after
Psalm
whatever the
almost
lag
didn't
was
even
there.
get the first one,
That was
but
weird.
They're gonna take that, fix whatever issue happened to him, and move on forward. That's a huge win. Sentinels
they
really put
look
up a
nice in
face
this map.
that they might have a chance in that on the
Yeah,
comeback.
yeah, absolutely.
But I have to wonder how important that Lotus pick was to them. They forego the opportunity to go for a double duelist comp by picking Lotus because they saw how weak it was for NRG. But they are not